let nobody in for a reason. Check my pulse, can you tell if it's beating? Take my life, girl, I know you a demon. 105 in Cali and I feel like I'm freezing. Oh.
Hey guys, Epix here with another Critical Ops YouTube video. I'm going to start a new series where I go over, like, if a Critical Ops news comes out or something like that, I'll go over it. It's not going to be the same as the mobile gaming news. I might bring that back, I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to keep up with 4 different competitive mobile games and all of the drama that goes on in the communities, but I'll try my best to start doing that series again for you guys. But what I wanted to bring to you guys today was the Critical Ops 1.17 beta patch notes. So this update is currently in beta, not public release yet, but it's pretty easy to get beta. If you want to get beta, download the Test Flight app in the App Store, look up the Critical Ops beta link online, and then you can just get it and then download it. Or if you're on Android, you just sign up in the Android store. So, of course, they finally added their yearly rank season, because Critical Ops only has one rank season a year, as it seems, even though it should be like every couple months. Congratulations, Critical Ops, for finally getting this out. New rank, Iron rank, below Bronze rank. So this will be the lowest rank. They apparently have seen players in Bronze rank that are very low, that are not doing well in Bronze. They're worse than Bronze, and they made a rank for them, which that's great. There'll be 4 divisions for that, so I'm assuming 1, 2, 3, and 4, or something like that. Now it's going to be harder to get spec ops. They're going to distribute the ranks a little bit more, so they're going to put space in between ranks, and they're going to make it harder to get spec ops, but it's going to be a lot easier to get gold and diamond and platinum and stuff like that. And then a new little feature they added. Once you join a rank match, you will be unable to leave it, or you will not be able to start a new one, I should say. You'll be able to leave it, you can leave it and, do whatever you want, but you will not be able to start a new one. You used to be able to leave rank matches, disconnect, swipe up on the app, open it back up, and get into a different one. Now that's not available anymore. You have to wait until this rank match is over. There's also now a leaver penalty for people who decide to leave their rank match. So if you leave your rank match for one time, just kind of because you get mad or something like that, you never know, 30-minute suspension, not too bad. You do it a second time, a day suspension. Third time, a 2-day suspension. 4 or more times, 7-day suspension. So all you rage monsters out there know how to control yourselves. In the future, I'm very happy that Critical Ops finally did this. CFE, one of the things you did right in this update, it's incredibly amazing. They finally listened to the community, and they changed rank matches from 9 rounds to 13 rounds. Multiple years too late, but you finally did it, Critical Ops. I'm so proud of you. I'm very proud of you. And they freeze time increased to 15 seconds, great, gives us more time to communicate, 4 rounds, all that great stuff. Buy time increased to 30 seconds, that's always good. And now you can see people's best rank. So if you click on, say, a profile, you can see what their best rank is. It's either the best rank of the current season displayed. So yeah, you'll see their best rank in that season. No, for each statistic for each season, and best rank of current season. So you'll see their statistics for all their old seasons, and then their best rank that season. So say you get to Elite Ops, but then you drop down to Master, it'll still show Elite Ops somewhere. It'll say you reached Elite Ops. So now you guys can't lie about being Spec Ops, and then just dropping. Sorry, BR kids. Okay, so now Critical Ops dropped a massive bomb on the competitive gaming side of their community this update, with faction weapons and a huge array of weapon balancing. So now we're gonna have CS:GO style buys, you can only buy the M4 on CT, and you can only buy the AK on T, and stuff like that. So for the assault rifles, the CT side, the counter-terrorists, or the coalition will have the M4 and the AUG. The terrorist or the breach will have the AK-47 and the SG-551. both sides will have the SA58 and the HK417. Now, the AK price was decreased by $100, the SG price was decreased by $200, and the M4 price was increased by $300. Now, I know some of you are asking yourself right now, why would they increase the M4 price and decrease the AK price? The AK is so much better than the M4. The thing people don't understand about the M4 is the side it's on. If you are a good enough player, if you're playing in a high enough rank where instantly headshotting matters, then the M4 should win every single time. Because not a lot of people play this game as it should be played. A lot of people on CT, they'll wait for 30 seconds, get impatient, and then just push, and then it's just a gunfire. It's just a gunfight, and it's no strategy whatsoever. But now, it's gonna kind of force those CT players to really play on the site, hold an angle, and catch those terrorists by surprise. Because now they'll need that first headshot. Now they'll need that millisecond of surprise time or time to shoot before the terrorist can shoot his AK. Because terrorists can one-shot you in the head now. And unless you pick up an AK, you have to hit 2 headshots. And then, of course, the SG getting decreased to 3,000. I don't understand why they did that. That was a bit out of this world. I mean, it was already pretty low price for how good it was. But now it's even cheaper. So, the AUG, as we saw, also has a price increase from 300 to 3,200. Max damage increased from 36 to 40. And the minimum damage increased from 30 to 34. So it will do at least 34 damage, and it won't do any more than 40. Unless you hit the headshot, I'm assuming. The spread per shot increased, doubled from 0.033 to 0.066. Now, that won't really matter because it's still such a minuscule number that it's not going to be really seen. But the recoil factor increased from 8.4 to 17. I have no clue what that means. I'm assuming it's like the recoil change, not like changes, but like, because like obviously they have set recoil patterns, but I'm assuming it's the chance of it jittering off just like by a couple pixels or something like that. And then the recoil per shot decreased from 0.066 to 0.02, so the recoil will be less on this gun. Now, SMGs, the CT side, or the Coalition, will have the MP7 and the P90, while the Terrorists, or the Breach, will have the MPX and the Vector, and both sides will have the MP5 on their side. So the Vector, much needed price increase. Way too cheap. It's such a good gun. Probably the best SMG by far. Better than the P90, because it can shoot long range. It has, like, no spread. It shoots, like, it's a laser, and it does decent damage. Max damage increased to 33 though, but and the damage drop off start range increased, so the drop off doesn't start until 10, and then the damage drop off end range increased to 20. So it's gotten a little more range onto it. So you have 3 extra clips now. That's just extra ammo. Most people won't even use it. The inaccuracy increased to 1. So you know how SMGs can not necessarily fire to the middle of the crosshair? They have brought that up. Good job. It's more like an SMG now. It's not a laser rifle. The spread increased from 1.5 to 2. So again, more like an SMG. Good. And then the spread recover increased from 3 to 6. I don't know what that means. Spread recover. I'm assuming that means the time it takes for like you to stop shooting, and then the spread goes back to the crosshair, like the first bullet. The P90 inaccuracy decreased, so it's going to be a little bit more of a laser. And then the movement inaccuracy increased, so it's going to be a little less accurate while moving. MP5 spread per shot decreased, so the spread, like the outward motion, because we all know the MP5 is awful with the spread, that's why nobody uses it. But now it's going to be a little less, which is always amazing. Shotguns. I know everybody's going to love to hear these ones. The CT side will have the FP6, while the T side will have the Winchester or the M1887. And then they will both have the Super 90. Now the Winchester or the M1887 spread will be decreased from 4 to 3, so it will be even more of a slug shotgun than it already is, and the movement inaccuracy decreased from 3 to 2. So it's going to be even more accurate while moving. Now snipers. Coalition will have the CT, or the CT side will have the SVD. The T side or the Breach will have the M14. They will both have the TRG and the U ratio. I like how they kept it balanced. They didn't completely give one side the U ratio and fuck over the other side. Nothing, no patch, no changes on the snipers. Pistols have a lot of changes, as you can see. The CT side will have the XD45, and the Breach will have the dual MTX. They will all have the P250, the GSR, the MR96, and the Desert Eagle. Desert Eagle, max damage increased from 44 to 52, so it can now do 52 damage. Minimum damage increased from 37 to 40, so it will do 40 damage no matter what. The damage drop-off range decreased from 20 to 15, so now it will start dropping off damage sooner. Much sooner at that. Camera recoil decrease, so the recoil is much like the when the gun goes up, when you shoot it like to the top of your screen, it won't do that as much now, which is great because that was really annoying. Now, the GSR. I believe they may have just killed eco rounds with these pistol updates, because they have been doing nothing but nerfing and nerfing and nerfing pistols. The GSR 1911 drop off range is down to 8. That is extremely low. The damage will drop off so fast. You have to be close to them. So a map like Canals, this gun is going to be no point using. Like, 0 point using. MR96, max damage increased from 52, decreased. So it's a 3-shot now. Wow. MR96 is going to be a 3-shot unless you headshot. And the minimum damage 37. That's crazy. Damage drop off, start range increase. That's good. So it'll have more. It's longer. There's a more likely chance that you'll get the max damage now. The MTX, nobody really cares about these, with max damage increased to 36 and shot per spread decreased. So it's going to be a little bit more of a laser and higher damage, so maybe it'll actually use. And then the XD, it's going to have a little bit more range on it, and it's going to have a little bit less spread onto it, which is always good. Now the economy also changes. Again, being like the Counter-Strike economy, it increased. So your starting loss reward, let me read this real quick. Increase the starting loss reward count in diffuse and rank diffuse. So if you lose on a pistol, you will get a higher reward now. It's not going to be like you have less than 2k. You will probably guaranteed have 2k. Some people on your team will probably be able to force buy against the T side, which will definitely be interesting to see. If teams opt out for, like, you know, a save, or if teams opt out to just buy the AK, or buy the Vector, or whatever, or buy the M4. And now it's going to be like Counter-Strike, where you build up your loss bonus, and instead of losing it all if you win a round, you only lose one. So if you lose 3 rounds, win a round, and then lose a round, you're back at 3. You're not only at 1, which is going to be, it's going to be nice. Obviously, it's going to be a bit annoying to just get back-to-back like that as a T side if the CT side's down on their eco. But, you know. Improved accuracy of grenade damage, so I guess grenades are going to be a little more consistent now. And some recoil animation things are getting put in, so that stuff looks better and it looks more accurate. And all that. My overall thoughts on the update. So when I was going over this first with some people that I know in the Critical Ops community, I really thought about this, pointed it out. People seem to agree. This is an update that will challenge your team's IGL. This is really going to weed out the people who actually IGL and the people who don't know how to IGL. Because of the new money system, the new game modes that are going to need. Like, or the new game styles that you're going to need with sitting back, not pushing. Some teams are going to die because of this. Some teams are going to start losing scrims on top of scrims because of this, I feel. So it's really going to weed out the IGLs who know what they're doing and the IGLs who are just calling strats and getting lucky because their team can win gunfights. Other than that, CFE, good job. You got an update out. It's a fairly nice update. Some of the buffs and nerfs are kind of but overall it's a pretty good update. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy. See ya.